Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to our case study. We're entering chapter 4 today on current campaigns. That means that we are wrapping up this timeline, and today's video will try to put that into context for you. We have covered slavery and the war that it caused. We have talked about the rise of the South in terms of achieving power again after the war and being able to deny all of the freedoms that were supposed to come from these 3 amendments. So what we need to do next is talk about how do we get from chapter 3 to chapter 4? How do we get from Dr. King giving this speech all the way to the violence that we see in the streets today? Most textbooks in America are silent on this. This scene of the finish lines of the civil rights movement, they tend to be the last word on race relations in America, which is why so many people look at the news today with confusion. So many white people, that is. So real quickly, some math. The episodes of the civil rights era all added up related to the 14th Amendment, and what you get is a campaign resulting in a major national law signed by the president called the Civil Rights Act. And it supposedly is going to take care of the things that the 14th Amendment were supposed to take care of 100 years before. The same thing happens with voting rights. All of the campaigns and episodes and struggles and black and white documentaries, they all add up to a supposed finish line of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Here's Johnson signing the bill into law, and there's King standing behind him. These, again, are celebrated in textbooks as being kind of like the end of the civil rights movement, or at least promises that we can move into a new era of race relations. One thing that we need to point out here before we move along is that even though we've got 2 math equations here with the 14th and 15th Amendment, and they seem to be adding up to some kind of finish line, a really important equation is left without an answer. And that is, there's no answer to 100 years of post-slavery brutality, imprisonment, stereotyping of black men as violent. There's no answer to that in the civil rights era. If we take this whole story of supposed math and missing math, and we shrink it down and we put it into the lower left-hand corner of a timeline,